Okay, so we can create the admin portal. First of all, we'll write down the uses of it, right? What are the uses? So again, log in the admin, right? Second, enter the data of the new customer, right? So new customer is coming, we have to enter the data. Display the data of all the customers, right? Again, what else we need? Filtering, right? Filtering of data on customers. Okay. So let's say date filtering, right? Date range. So let's say I want the data of customers only who visited our restaurant or who visited our hotel between 10th October and 20th October, right? So there is a date range.
Are we gonna like are we gonna use the workbench from MySQL?
We will use it when we are connecting with the database. Okay.
Yeah.
For now, I guess we'll just create the Node.js application. We don't need the MySQL right now, but we'll need it in the future. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So filtering data on customers on date range. What else? Let's say that you are a restaurant. What else kind of data would you need? Maybe data based on gender, right? Maybe you are rolling out a scheme, right? Let's say on Women's Day, you are rolling out a scheme, right? That, okay, 50% off for all the women who are going to visit our hotel or we are going to visit our restaurant or bar or cafe, right?
Yeah.
So for that, we can have gender filtering as well, right? And what else do we need? What else? What kind of filtering? Just put yourself in the shoes of a business owner. Let's say you and I are the founders of a restaurant, okay, a leading restaurant in United Kingdom, right? Where do you live in United States? London, right?
Colchester.
Okay, so let's say that you have a restaurant over there, right? And I am a co-owner, right? And we have to find some data. What kind of data do we need, right? Let's say that I want data of all the customers, of all the female customers on a Women's Day, right? So we can launch a coupon for all the women, right? So we can filter out their data.
Maybe like no, because like no, because you have to think of like data that it's like easily get, which you don't have to like ask them really personal questions for.
Okay. No, so this data, this complete data is stored inside our MySQL workbench, right?
Yeah.
They're fetching it from there.
Yeah.
This is already stored.
Maybe where they live.
Where they live. Okay, that makes sense. But see, where they live is a very big thing, right?
Yeah.
In United Kingdom itself, there can be so many states, so many localities, and so many areas. How can you filter on all of them?
Nationality, maybe.
Nationality, but again, if you are owning a restaurant in the United Kingdoms, most of the people will be around, like within a radius of 10 to 20 kilometers, right? Not more than that.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm living in Sri Lanka, so I'm coming from Sri Lanka to United Kingdom, or living in India to United Kingdom to have a plate of French fries. What else?
Age, maybe.
Age group, yes. Age group is good, right?
Yeah, like age brackets, like I know, say 0 to 10, so like young children, 10 to 20, 20 to 30.
Yes, exactly. Very good. That was a smart guess. Okay, age group, because sometimes you can say that, okay, we have Valentine's Day, right? We know that people over 35 or 40 won't be visiting restaurants, but people in the age, in the youth age, 20 to 35, they may be visiting restaurants on Valentine's Day. So for them, we can take out data and roll out offers for them. What else? We'll have to put ourselves in the shoes of a restaurant owner, right?
Pardon?
We have to put ourselves in the shoes of a restaurant owner. What a restaurant owner thinks, right? So what else?
Wait, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I could not hear you at all because I was just coughing.
Okay. I was saying that we have to put ourselves in the shoes of a restaurant owner. Okay. What he looks at when he's looking at a data of all the customers that are visiting him, right?
Maybe price spent.
Sorry.
Like amount spent, like.
Can we look at?
Surely you can, because it's like put into the computer. Could they like, pay for it with like card or cash or like in a price bracket? Like
mode of payment is good, right?
How many people are spending? Yeah, I was thinking more like see how many people are spending under £10, 10 to £20, and then 20 to 30, and then over £30.
Amount people are spending, right? That is also good because in that way he will know that, okay, what is the average amount that people are spending on my restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So let's say 50 people are spending £20, but only 5 people are spending £10 and 5 people are spending £50. So the average is 20 to 30, right?
Mode of payment is actually good as well.
Mode of payment is also good. Okay, mode of payment is good, right? We can also add one thing. Let's say if you're going in a club, right? So in a club, there can be a number of things, right? There can be starters, there can be main course, right? There can be drinks as well, right?
Yeah.
So we can say that, okay, a person can look at what is being sold the most, right? Is it the drinks? Is it the main course? Is it the starters, right? So they can focus on that point, right?
Yeah.
So commodity or no, beverages being number of beverages, or let's say filter by beverage.
I guess then you could do like types of food being sold.
Yeah, types of
I'm getting a call, excuse me.
Okay, log into the admin. Okay, let's add some description to this.
It was just like a spam caller.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just blocked them.
Yeah, I get a lot of spam calls every day.
Yeah, I guess they just type in random numbers and it's just like, yeah. So yeah, types of food being sold. So like, how many starters are being sold? How many drinks? Like how many main meals, etc., etc.
Problem is, see, the problem is you don't have the same starters every time, right? Maybe every month you are changing your starters, right?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of restaurant would that be where every day you get the same food, right?
No, I mean a lot of restaurants here have like the same menu generally.
Okay.
Like all year round.
Okay, let's keep it types of food being sold, and okay, and then we can dig into it later on, right? We can go into the details later on, but let's keep it for types of food being sold, right? So in this also we don't have to say that, okay, starters is a different category and main course is a different category. This we can say pizza is one category, pasta is one category, right? Macaroni is one category, or French fries is one category, something like that. Right? Okay, filter out all. So we have to write a little bit of description about all of them, so we know like later on when after hours or days when you are coding, then we should know that why did we write this? What was our motive behind it, right? We should not forget it. So this is very simple date range, right? For example, 10 to 20 October, show all records being added between these two dates, right? What is the description for gender? Show all customers with the specified gender, right? Example M or F, right? This is, why is this helpful? Roll out.
So it's like you can see what's your, I guess, which people prefer your restaurant.
Or to roll out gender specific offers, right? So
yeah, so like if there's a lot of males coming to your restaurant, then you're just gonna like and put out offers that are just gonna cater to them slightly more, just so you get more profit, etc., and vice versa.
Exactly. Okay. Show all customers within a age bracket range.
This one's like similar to gender. It's like, what kind of ages is your average audience, etc.
This is helpful for rolling out age specific offers, right? What else? Mode of payment. Hey, amount people are spending. That's the total amount people are spending. It's kind of okay. So what do we do in this? Okay, group by amount people are spending and sort them in ascending order, right? So it will be like this. When we write it, it will be like this. Let's say amount here, okay, and number of people, okay, and it will be like this. So 10 to 20, let's say dollars, okay, and number of people 50. 20 to $30, number of people 20. 30 to $40, number of people 40 to $50.
Right. 2.
1, okay, and above, and let's say greater than 50, right? Like this.
Yeah.
$50.
1.
1. Okay. So it will be shown like this, right?
Yeah.
You can just write refer to the sample table below. Okay. Awesome.
You could do it below 10.
You can do
Below $10.
okay, yeah, below $10. So 0 to $10.
10.
That's it.
I see.
Okay. What else?
Types of food being sold.
Mode of payment.
Yeah.
Let's give the mode of payment for now as cash. Okay. It's not complicated further. Types of food being sold. Okay. So what do we do in this?
Mode of payment doesn't really matter for like a restaurant because it's like either way you get the money.
Yeah, yeah. Say yeah, that's right. That's correct. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Group by food being sold and their count, and again the same thing for this, right? Same as exactly like this. So right here food. Okay, here instead of like this, we'll write pasta sold, right? 10. Let's say French fries. Okay. Why are they called French fries? Pizza. Okay. Drinks, and let's remove the last two. So this is okay.
Yeah.
So these are uses, and we have one more use. What is the use? Export the data to a CSV file. Okay. And then export specific data to CSV file. So
why do we need to export it to a CSV file?
Okay, let's say that I work in the backend of a restaurant, right? And I take out the data of all the people who visited my restaurant on, let's say, 4th of November, which is a coming Diwali. Okay, and I took out all the data, right? Now, what I know is that these people who visited the restaurant on 4th of November, right? Can you give me 1 second?
Yeah.
People who visited the restaurant on 4th of November, right? These are the people who like to go out on festivals, right? So there's some type of people who like to stay at home for festivals. There are some type of people who like to go out on festivals, right? So I know that these are the type of people who like to go out on festivals, and I will cold call them and email market them and message market them on the coming holidays, right? Let's say on Christmas or on New Year's, on Valentine's, right? On Holi, or on all these holidays, I will cold call them, right? But so that's why I need to take out this data, right? I don't want to go in there every time to the website and put in that filter of the dates, put in that filter everything, and then get out of the data. No, I put in the filters one time. Now I want the data out of it, right? I will store it somewhere and I'll use it later on. That's why we need to export it in a CSV file. Okay. Second, why do we need to export specific data? It may be possible that based on the department of the restaurant who is taking out the data, he might need all the data. What did the person spend money on? How much time did they spend, right? What was the age group of the person? Or they might just need the number and the name. That's all. For example, a person who is looking at, let's say a business analyst, right? Who's trying to analyze the business. He will need all the data at all, right? But a person who is in the marketing, he just needs the name and the number, right? That's all. He just needs the name on the number, right? Because he will send out emails to them, or name and number and email. He doesn't need the age group. He doesn't need how much money did you spend. Nothing. Just the name of the number. That's why we need specific data also to export, right? And I guess this will be all. Anything else we can add?
Can't really think of anything else.
let's continue with this, and then we will add, if other things come up, we'll add that. Okay.
Also, if you go down, can I see the table you made again?
You want to see this table? Okay.
Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's actually quite useful, because then say you know that a lot of pizza is being sold, then you can get like more types of pizza to like maximize profit.
Exactly, right? So see, this is why it is important, right? This is why these kind of softwares are important, because you know, for a person who is running a small store, for him it is possible to go through the registers and do it, right? For a person whose restaurant has a footfall of 2 lakh people every month, he cannot go through 2 lakh people's data, right? That's just impossible. So this kind of software will help him. You know, we cannot put it in words how much it will help them. Okay, so we have written the uses. Let's write the technical implementation part. Okay, so how will we technically implement it? Implementation. Okay, so let's write the stack first of all. So stack we are going to use, we will use Node.js, right? We're going to use
what stack?
Node.js. So we have already created Node.js applications, right?
No, but why did you write stack?
Oh, you only stack. Stack means the technologies you are using combined together, right? Node.js, React, MySQL, all of them combined together is called a stack. Okay, we'll use MySQL.
Yeah, I just did not know what like that meant.
No issues. Yeah. So this is what we're going to use: Node.js, React.js, MySQL. Okay, and what else? Let's say we'll use AWS as well, right?
Yeah.
And we'll do our testing on Heroku, but we'll deploy finally on AWS, because AWS has some costing issues and I don't want my credit card to get billed. So we'll host it on Heroku. Finally, we'll do it on AWS. Okay, but there are some things on AWS that we'll need, like the S3 bucket. Okay, we'll need to store some data inside of there also. So we might need it. And MySQL, we'll need MySQL from AWS. Okay.
Yeah.
So AWS, Heroku, anything else? Let's write GitHub. Let's just fill up the whole space. Okay, GitHub, obviously GitHub, but let's just write it. Okay. Anything else?
I don't really think of anything else. So.
Let's write everything. Okay, so I'm considering that new developer will come in and will have to do it all together again. So I'm writing everything: VS Code, GitHub, Git, everything. I'm writing everything. Okay.
What do you mean a new developer?
Sorry.
You said a new developer would have to come in.
Let's assume that we are right now we are creating a project, right? But let's assume we are in a real world situation, right? And we are creating this software. After some time we will move on, right? After some time we'll move on, and then some other person will come in and we'll have to make the change, right? So if a new developer comes in, he should be able to completely read the code and make changes to it, right? That's how we should write our code always.
Okay.
So that's why I'm including everything, although it doesn't make any sense to include VS Code, but anyways. Okay. Anything else in the stack? I think this is a very simple application. You don't need a lot of stack. Okay, let's go ahead. I don't see anything else in the stack.
What are these Heroku, AWS?
AWS is a cloud platform. Okay, so it offers many services. What are these services? It can offer you database services. You can store some data inside of it. Okay, like RDS and Aurora and everything. So it offers databases, right? It offers.
Speak a bit slowly.
Sorry.
Can you speak a bit slowly?
I'm saying that AWS is a cloud technology provider, right? So it provides many services to developers. Okay. What you can do is what these services are. These services are like storing the data inside a database, right? So it provides a different number of databases that you can use based on your need. Okay. It provides storage. Okay. So you can use S3 buckets, right, to store some files, right? See, inside the database, the database is good. MySQL is good for storing the data, let's say normal data, right? Text data, numeric data, something like that, user data or restaurant data. But if you want to store files, let's say PDF files, Word files, image files, these sort of files, it's not smart to store them inside a database. It's smart to store them inside buckets, okay, or memory locations where you can store them and download them, right? So S3 bucket is a memory location where you can store the files. Okay. What else does it offer? It offers a lot of services, actually, a lot of them. Okay. I'm just telling you about two or three that you can understand right now. So it offers SMS, which is known as simple email service, right? You can send emails to anyone using AWS, right? It offers Dockers and Kubernetes, which is DevOps part. You won't be able to understand it right now. So let's just skip.
Oh wait, does AWS stand for like Amazon Web Service then? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Heroku is another company that offers hosting. Okay, hosting means we can host our applications over there on their servers. The benefit is AWS is not free. We have to put the credit card in there, but Heroku is free for us. Okay, so 5 applications of Heroku are always free. That's why I've written Heroku over there. We will use it for testing. Okay.
So which one will be which one will be using?
We will be
AWS or Heroku?
Heroku. We'll use Heroku, but from AWS we'll use some services. Okay, we'll not host on Heroku, but we'll use some other services. For example, email services, right? Or let's say bucket services, something like that, right? Their email service is really, really good, so I trust their email service. Okay. That's really great. Okay. Node.js plus XLSJS, nothing else. So let's write the. Okay, based on this, we will write all our APIs, right? What all the APIs we need. So first of all, log into admin, right? Let's write all the APIs that we are going to need, right? So we are going to need a login API. We are going to need a register user API. Okay. We are going to need a forgot password API. Okay. What else? I don't think anything else. This is simple. We are creating a very minimalistic application, so simple. Enter the data of the new customer. So we'll need a API to store new customer data, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll need an API to.
Why? What does API mean? Like?
So API are endpoints, right? For example, /login localhost 3030 /login localhost 3030 /register, right?
Yeah.
Those are APIs, right? So you can call the APIs, call as in you can make a request to them, and they will return you back some data. So that is called a response, right? The data that we get back.
Okay.
You have done this before. I think you just forgot.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure like what's the actual point of APIs.
So another API to export the data in CSV format. Okay.
Yeah.
Then API to anything else? API to send mass emails. Okay. So now we have all the data, right? Let's say 1,000 customers or 10,000 or 100,000 customers, right? We have all their emails. So we want to send the emails, right? Then API to send mass messages, right? I'll just write marketing at the end, so we understand why they did it. Yeah. Anything else? What if we have premium customers? Every restaurant has premium customers, right?
Has what customers?
Premium, sort of premium customers. Those customers who always visit the restaurant from time to time, every 2 weeks, every month, every three months.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Right. So we'll say API to mark premium customers. Okay.
Yeah.
And here also we can add filter by premium customers.
Yeah. Also, you can see how many like regulars you have. Or oh, I guess this is more useful to see like how many people come back to your restaurant. Like.
Yes, so you can put a range, right? Okay, how many people visit my restaurant every 1 month or every 2 months or every 3 months? Okay, and it will return that. Right?
And out of those, how many come back?
Exactly, right? So we'll write premium. So we have to write the description for it, right? So premium customers. Show customers that visit the restaurant every n months or every n weeks, right?
Yeah.
And tag them.
And then I guess you could do by frequency as well, like, and then a little bit of like how often they visit.
So the frequency will depend upon this, right? So if we are saying that every 2 weeks, how many customers visit, right? So frequency for 2 weeks is 1, frequency for 1 month is 2, right? Because 1 month has 4 weeks almost, right?
Yeah.
So we can show the frequency also here. Okay, API to mark premium. So if you want to mark a premium customer, particular premium customer, we can mark it also, right? Let's say that a customer is not visiting us regularly, but whenever he visits, he spends a lot of money. Okay. So in my eyes, he is also a premium customer, right? Let's say he doesn't visit every month, he visits every 6 months, but every time he visits, he spends at least 20,000. Okay.
Okay.
That's a big amount, right? For 1 day of restauranting, right? So that premium customer that will also be premium customer. We can mark it as a premium customer. Okay. Let's create the database. Okay. I think those areas are enough. So I'll say tables. Okay. We need tables in our database, right? So one table will be the admin details. Okay.
Yeah.
Second will be the customer details. So all the customer details that are coming in, right? Okay. But the problem is every time the customer comes in, right, we'll have to update that with an array. Okay. Customer details, right? The date he has visited. Do you think you should have a unique ID for every customer? Okay.
What do you mean by unique ID?
Like you are Mohil and there is another Mohil, right? How will I differentiate which Mohil is which? But we can differentiate with the mobile number, right? So you have your mobile number is your unique. Okay, let's make it very simple. Like we can break this customer details down into multiple tables, but I don't want to complicate it right now. Okay, let's make it simple, right?
Yeah.
Just one customers. Okay, in the admin details, what will be the columns? So we'll write the columns in this. Okay, let's say columns are user ID, username, email, password. Anything else?
Have you put maybe you could use phone number.
Phone number is good.
If you want to be extra secure.
Yes. What else? Let's say last login. Okay. When was the last login? Okay, let's make it simple, not too complicated. In the customer details, we'll write customer name, right? So I'll just write it in short form, cust name. Okay. Phone, email, date of visiting. Let's write visiting date. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, we'll need a lot of things actually. So amount spent, right? Food bought. So this will be an array of whatever he bought. Okay. Anything else?
So name, phone, email, date, amount spent, food bought.
So in this visiting date, we will also have the time along with it. Okay, we'll also have that time.
Yeah. Age.
Age, very good.
It's just how are you gonna find out the age? That's all I'm wondering.
Whenever they're coming, let's say you own a bar, right? So you will just ask them for their Aadhaar card or something else, right? So
yeah.
So in the bars, right, you cannot allow a person just directly like this. A person below the age of 20 cannot enter a bar, right? Because they cannot have a drink. You'll have to ask them, right?
I don't know what an Aadhaar card is.
Okay, so it's like an identity card. So you may have your national identity card, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a security number, national security number? According to that, right? So sorry, gender we have also written. Okay, we can write I. Okay, so accompanying. Okay, what is accompanying? How many people were with that person, right? Accompanying people, right? So we can just store their data as well. Not all the data, but we can store like their name and maybe just their name. That's all. Their name and their gender, right? Name, phone, email, visiting date, amount spent, food bought, age, gender, accompanying people, anything else. I want all the data of the customer. So what else?
I think that's all you need for customer details.
Let's just write one more. Coupon applied. So sometimes it may happen that a person is coming with a coupon, and sometimes it happens they're just coming in empty-handed and they're paying all the money. So whether they are applying that coupon or not, right? How many people are? So this can help us in marketing. How many people are actually getting our coupon or actually using it, right? That can help us here. Okay, let's see if we need anything as we'll add it along the way. Let's write the number of screens. Okay, so let's move to the front end. Okay, screens. Which screen will need? Login screen, register screen, request for change / forgot password. Okay, so they can just request a change of forgot password. Okay, they cannot change it themselves. They can just request it, and then the developer in the system will have to go in there and change it.
Can't they change it themselves? Surely they'd like enter their email or something.
That is a problem. If we want them to change it on their own, right? What we'll need to do, we'll need to send them forgot password emails as well, right? Which will complicate our whole project. Right? We don't want to make it that complicated. So that's why let's keep it simple for now. Request for change and forgot password, right? Login, register. Okay, once he logs in, he'll see the dashboard, right? Which will include the table of data with the filters, right? And anything else? The filters and the export buttons. I think that's all. Very simple, right? We just need to show the data like this. That's all. We don't need anything else. Okay, until then, what I'll do is I'll go in there. I'll take this out and I'll create as a club. So club admin backend. Okay, paste it here. So we are going to use this UI. We don't need to create our own UI from scratch. And I'll just what I'm writing. Just do npm install. That will install until then. Any other screen we need? Change password dashboard. So we'll have the logout button on the top of it here only. We don't need a separate page for it.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of a profile section, but there is nothing a person can do to visit his profile, like admin profile. There is nothing to configure.
Like, why do you need to visit your profile?
Yes, exactly.
Because this is like a database that only you're going to access.
Yeah. And there is no name setting, there is no photo setting, nothing, right? So there's no point.
Yeah, it's not like other people are going to see this or anything. Or
yeah. Later on, once this is completed, we can complicate it a bit further. So we can add permissions, right? there will be one admin account and there will be child accounts, right? So admin account will have permission for everything. Child accounts will have permission only for their specific domain, right? But right now, since there is one simple data, there's nothing else to show. So what kind of permission can we remove from it, right? Even if you remove the data permission, there is nothing left. Just login screen is left.
With the dashboard, is there only going to be a database there?
Database will be on the MySQL server. The data, what will happen is our dashboard.
No, I mean like on so once you're logged in, what are you going to see? Are you just going to see a database, or is there going to be like?
We are going to see a table, okay, which will show all the data. So let me show you. So I am writing table HTML. So it will be like
I know what you mean in that sense, but it's just like, is there going to be anything else?
No, it will be like this. Once you open your account, you log in, you will see this table.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
okay,
you can see some graphs as well, right? So we looked at the core UI, right?
Yeah, some graphs could be useful as well.
Right. So if we go down, let me open this image in a new tab so I can zoom in. Okay, right. So we can show these graphs. Okay, show this graph for the last 7 days. How many people have visited, right? It will go up and down according to that, right? And some metrics over there, right? Like this.
And then I guess the green line is the rolling average.
And sorry, didn't get you.
That green line is the rolling average, like average people visiting daily.
Exactly. So we can show some data like this, okay, and then below this we can show the table, okay. So right now we don't have to forget that this table is our main concern. Even if we forget about this graphs and everything, it doesn't matter. But this table is the main thing that we have to focus on, because this is the data that we are creating the application for, right? This graphs come along with it for making the app look more nicer and more useful for the user to interact with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this will really what will be on the dashboard. Okay. Let me see if it's installed. Okay, it's installing. Node modules are very heavy. Anything else? I think we have handled the backend part. So let me just write here. Backend. Okay. Sorry. Backend and front end separately, right? What else? Let's do one thing. Let's go to GitHub. Until it is installing, once it installs, I want to show you how this React application is working. Okay. Until then, let's go to GitHub, create a new application, create a new repository. Sorry. So new repository. Okay. We'll call it restaurant admin. Okay. I'll make it private for now. Create repository. Okay. I'll give you the access to it. Okay. Later on, I'll give you the access to it. What I had to do is I have to create a Readme file here. Readme. Okay, there is already a Readme file over here. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Readme already, it is there. Let's make it Readme underscore old. Or let's leave it like that. So change that. Let's go out one directory and here. And here I'll name it. Sorry, what am I doing? I'll create one file, readme.md. Okay. Open it up and let's go. Right. Okay, it's almost installed. Done. I'll just rename this. Instead of this big name, I'll just call it React app. Okay. or I'll call it dashboard. Try again. Why? Let's close this. Still close this as well. Yes, done. Code dot like this. Dashboard slash node underscore modules. Is there a git ignore? Yes, there is. So we'll add a git ignore as well. Git ignore means we don't want specific files to go on Git when you push it. Okay.
What is this git ignore?
It means that we don't want specific folders to go on GitHub when we push it. So this folder, right?
Yeah.
If you search for its properties, see the size that is going up, right? 255 MB. I don't want this whole folder to go on GitHub. I want GitHub to ignore this while I'm pushing it to GitHub, right? I want to ignore this folder.
Yeah.
So that's why we write git ignore. Git ignores can ignore a particular folder from being uploaded to GitHub.
Also, if you put that in now,
Yeah.
that folder is not going to be.
It's not going to be on GitHub when I push it. Okay, it's going to be
Okay.
on local store, not on GitHub.
Hmm.
Let's say dir. Okay. I'll say npm start. We'll start the operation, right?
Mm.
Let me copy this whole thing that we have created right now and put it on the readme.md file like this. Okay, and just make it hashtag. This one is double hashtag.
That's for like a. That's just so we can understand if we're say looking back on this, right?
Yes.
Really. But the README doesn't actually affect the code, does it?
No, it's just for our own purposes.
Hmm.
5 hashes I've added. I don't know if that even exists. Backend.
Why do we use README and not comment?
See, you cannot add. See, this is our software requirement document, right?
Hmm.
So that cannot be written inside a comment. Comment is for the code, not for the software requirement, right? This is the client software requirement.
Okay, so and then comment you can't really write that much for a comment.
Yeah, and the comment is used for coding, right? Not for this purpose.
Yeah.
That is also one thing. You cannot write the whole this thing in the comment. Okay, we'll edit that later on more. So some edits are required still. Starting the development server. Let's just wait for it. So on, go to localhost 3000. Okay, this is our dashboard in action. Okay. So we can use these boxes to display some data. We can use these graphs, right?
Mm.
See, there is a day, month, year, and everything, right? There is a button for downloading. So if we click on this, it will download the whole report, right? What we are actually looking at is this, right? Mostly this or some other table similar to this, right?
Yeah.
Or let's say tables. We want tables, right? Widgets. Is there any simple table where you can display the data of users, numeric data or something? Notifications, forms, base, tables. Here it is. Yes, this is what I was looking at, right? This makes more sense.
Mm.
This makes much more sense. Or something like this, right? Because we don't have a profile picture for a user. So the table that was on the dashboard was not useful, but this is useful for us. Okay. Let's say the premium users, we can highlight them as green, right? And all the others will be white. The premium users will be green highlighted, right? So we can see them from far away. And we'll add some filters over here. So choose the dates, right? Or something like that. We don't have the filters here. Right? We'll need a lot of filters. breadcrumb. This is very simple, not really great, but yeah. There are a lot of things that we could have here, but they're not here, like the filters and drop downs and everything. Okay, so you get an idea of it, right? How we are going to use it. So this is the whole dashboard, right? We are not going to use the whole dashboard. We are just going to take out the specific parts that we are going to need, right? Okay, that's it. I guess we can continue and initiate our project, right? So why is it written as RE? I will name it backend, right?
Why is what written as Ali?
Nothing. I'm going to initialize a project here. So npm init. Okay, the name package name is restaurant admin portal version yes 1 description portal for club/bar/restaurant owners, right, to look at their customers app.js instead of index.js. Test command nothing, git repository and nothing, keywords nothing, author.
You can just put your name, I guess.
That's right, carrot. Okay. Yes. Okay, done. So we have created our package.json file over here. What we need to do is go in there and create an app.js.
Well, if you open the package.json file, what will that say?
Nothing. Name, version, description, main app.js.
Okay. This is an actual code, basically.
This is configuration file, right? This is a configuration file.
What does that mean? A configuration file?
Configuration means something that is not related to the code, but data about the code. So what is the code referring to? What is the name of the project?
Okay. Are we going to like use like actual MySQL tomorrow then?
Yes, we will.
Okay. Because I watched like the video you gave.
Awesome. I'll give you a few exercises also. Okay. So you know how to write the queries, right? Select queries and everything.
Kind of like
Okay.
I understood it. Maybe I don't remember all of it, but I understood how to.
I'll take the first 30 minutes to write the to understand it, and then the next 30 minutes for the rest of the practices, right?
Yeah.
Okay. npm start. Anything else? This is okay. Okay. This is Node1 app, right? Because this is a Node.js application, not a
not a JavaScript.
Yeah, JavaScript or React application. This is a Node application. Okay, and then we can just say.
Also, if it was JavaScript, would you put app.js?
No, in the plain JavaScript, you don't need like you will need a file, but you don't need this in a plain JavaScript.
Why do we use app.js, not index? Because my last teacher taught me that you use index.js.
I don't like index, that's why. I just like app, right? That's why. There's no reason for it. I just like it. That's all.
Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe he just liked index more.
Yeah, someone who might like index more, they can use index. Some people also use server.js, app.js, index.js, main.js, right? All these things.
Okay. Yeah, so because if you look at literally all of my HTML like code files that use JavaScript, all of them. So you've got
index.html,
not index.js, sorry, index.html, style.css, and then script.js. Yeah, I meant script, not index.
But this is different from the front-end application, right? Front-end is like this is a back-end application, Node.js application, right?
Yeah.
You can name it anything, doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as it's like one of the viable names.
Exactly.
So you can't name it like anything technically. So you can't name it like potato.js.
You can name it anything. You can name it Benton.js.
Okay.
On staff equal to just I guess this is how we do it. Let's look at some code. Go to my repositories. Forget it from time to time. How to initialize. F connector. Server. See here I named it server.js, right? Okay. I'm taking body parser as well, right? So I'll install another library known as body parser. Okay. And I'll just say app.listen. Let's listen to 50-50.
What do you mean 50-50? Like
Nothing. It's a port on my local. So we are running the React.
oh, okay. So like 30-30.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we need to install them also, right? So npm install.
Are there like specific ports, or can you just put in any random numbers?
I guess you can put in any numbers between like any 4-digit numbers. Localhost any 4-digit.
Oh,
numbers.
so can you test it? Like put in a random number.
Okay.
Will this still work?
It should. Let's see. So I'll just say npm start. Server is running. Running. Okay.
Yeah.
App.get. Sync. Rec. res. So request response, right?
Yeah. Request response.
Return res.send. Welcome to the caret admin. Let's go to localhost 3466, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to restaurant admin, right? I'm just going to remove that 3466 for now. Make it something simple so I can remember it.
Yeah.
Okay, still the same.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have initialized the project. Okay, that's all. What we're going to do is I'll put this code on GitHub later. Okay, provide you the link to it. Later on, we'll make it public as well. Okay, right now let's complete the development and then make it public. Tell me if you have any questions or anything. Otherwise,
no, I don't really have questions.
Awesome. Let's stop it here. And tomorrow, let's look into SQL basics. Okay, how to create a table. What for that matter, what a table is. Okay, how to select statements from a table, how to insert statement into table, how to update the table, right? And all those things. And then I'll give you some exercises to work on it. All right.
Okay.
Awesome.